Hey guys, and thank you so much for being patient. I have promised you to get out a reading for my patrons, so thank you for being patient. So I am using yet again the Foxfire by Lucy Cavendish. This has been one of my favorites recently, so I'm just gonna try to position you guys. I'm trying to find the right position because I do want you to see what's going on here. Okay, so I do have, right now, I have a green candle for spirit, and I have a piece of, this is bloodstone, pink opal, clear quartz, and black onyx. And I went ahead and I anointed the green candle with my prosperity and abundance Reiki oil, and I have a bay leaf for protection and just good vibes. I call in my guides and your guides and all beings of light to assist me with this reading, and that everyone watching this gets a clear and accurate message for them. So this is just for you patrons. So I think there's 3 of you at this point. And so I have got a hold of 1 out of the 3 about the extra healing or reading. So if you haven't got that, please get a hold of me. I might reach out again to those that have not got it. So I just want to come on here and just do a quick reading about the energies that are currently with us right now. And I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to find the right position. So right now we're looking at, when I'm recording this is a Saturday. So we just had the full moon, and it was the strawberry full moon. So it's been very high energy. I don't know how it's affecting you guys, but it's been really affecting my emotions. I've been extra emotional and just kind of everywhere. So if you're feeling that, don't be hard on yourself. I like to take hot salt baths and do a lot of Reiki on myself. If you cannot do Reiki on yourself, I would suggest setting up an appointment, or at least doing a salt bath and listening to some free Reiki music on YouTube if you have that accessible to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just shuffle and think of the energies and what energies you guys need to know. And I'm just reading from now until the next moon phase that I celebrate, which will be the new moon. So we're just seeing what's going on with you patrons. Like I said, there's only 3 of you, so I will just choose a couple. And right now you have empowerment, and this was in the position of the recent past. So there might have been some times recently where you feel empowered, but maybe it's been because you felt emotionally fulfilled, you know? So if you're feeling extra emotional, or you're feeling as if you're not feeling that stick or consistent, I would almost suggest working again with a lot of earth energies along with warmth. So candles, you know, being in a warm house, having a hot cup of tea, trying to kind of complement the emotions. You can take baths, but if you're going to do that with you feeling kind of emotionally unfulfilled, I would almost say drinking purified water along with, you know, having a rose quartz next to you if that's possible. If not, music that makes you feel loved. And again, if you take baths, I would suggest using rose petals. And Spirit's also showing me peppermint for whatever reason. I just feel like a lot of us are going through a lot of downloads, and so even if you're someone that channels or not, I still believe, you know, and the Holy Spirit can download us with messages and guidance and drawing people in our lives and having people exit our lives to promote what's going on, to empower us, and to see how much we can do to empower ourselves, and how much we can call on the angels and Jesus to empower us with his word and his, you know, presence. So whatever you can do with the elements you feel close to, to balance out that empowerment and feel less as a victim. That's going to really be helpful for these next phases of the moon until the new moon. Then I see the gift of connection. So this was kind of in reverse, and I feel right now a lot of us are feeling as if we are overwhelmed. We feel sorry for others. Some of us feel angry. Some of us feel maybe jealous or even just, indifferent. We don't know what to think. We're just kind of trying to figure out why is everything going on like it is. So it's important to give to others, but I feel Spirit is really, with the other card being present, with it being in the past, I feel like we need to focus on what we can do to feel empowered and we can do to empower others. Sometimes when we're connected. So if you feel disempowerment, ask yourself, is it because of what you're absorbing? Is it something you've heard from the news? Is it something that you're feeling based on someone else's connection? So you might need to ground, you might need to protect and shield and call on the archangels and Jesus and whoever you believe in to feel less empathetic. And I'm not saying be cold-hearted. I'm not saying shut off your emotions. But again, try to balance them out as much as you can. And always, when I feel kind of helpless, I always turn to prayer. And I always turn to Reiki, nature, and water. And to me, prayer just anoints a lot more than what you think. A lot of people think, oh, it's just the throat chakra. It's just, kind of saying something that doesn't have a lot of meaning because I might be reading out the Bible or whatever. But again, I believe that it's supported because it comes from your heart. Even if you don't know what you're saying and you just, all you do is like, I feel in my heart, it's funny, but it's not, because we've all been there. I've been there recently. And like, even when you don't know what to say, just cry, and I feel like that can be just as a big a prayer as being all formal and having, this poetic, heart-filled energy, or coming from the Bible. It's in here, and it's like in your spirit. And to me, I feel the spirit is within all our chakras. It can come and go outside this physical world because we dream, and I feel like sometimes our parts of our soul kind of astral project to the other realms, and we kind of just forget about it because we're exhausted, and some of us might have maybe past trauma, or I'm not going to get too much into psychology because I could go on that forever, but there might be different reasons. But again, just feel the energy and try to maneuver it or try to work with it and bring harmony as much as you can. I like to use, bayberry and bay leaf. I like to use lavender. Again, salt and water. There's just something about me. I'm an air sign, but the salt and water, it just really detoxifies me in a different way. And going outside, especially at nighttime, and doing a short walk, not when it's pitch dark, but when it's starting to get dark, that's important too. So find something that you can really resonate with these, from this full moon to the new moon. And I feel like you're going to get messages. You're going to get downloads, and you're going to see things more clearly, because as soon as I was looking with my clairvoyance really quickly here, I was seeing like a pattern, but then I was hearing clarity on that. So I feel like even though things have been chaotic, there's been a lot of unknown answers. It's almost like the answers don't exist for what we're going through, but I believe in my ear just rattled. A lot of you might be feeling that way. I've been hearing that and feeling that too. I feel hope exists in the darkest of times, and that's why I named my business what I did. So finding your own hope, having someone you can lean on and have them bring you clarity so you could see the hope that they see, or even if you don't see it, you trust that it will come. That clarity and the hope will come. So I just feel like there's a lot of like rescue energy right now. and fleeting beauty. So again, this is just saying that even though things are kind of seeming like things aren't as beautiful, things is not as positive, clear, like things are not going to grow, it's going to get worse, whatever. This is saying that it's still there. We just need to almost lurk around, almost like look for it. Not to be sneaky or a creeper, but like really, and don't be false positive, okay? Because Spirit's been telling me that too. You know, and I was watching a podcast, I'll have to link it down below if I find it, and Erin May Henry, which I really like her, and she gives amazing like business advice, but this interview was more about positive negative thinking and how we always go to one extreme to the other. Being a Libra, I understand, I do that a lot. So finding something that can anchor you and put you in a level vibration, you know, so that you can go to a place of higher vibration without being fake positive and without being negative, you know, but being realistic. So I can't explain it very well. I'm horrible at explaining things, but I will leave it down below if I can find it. It was a great video, and if you're interested in like psychology and spirituality, then you're going to like this. So, you know, finding resources that kind of promote that hope, that promote the motivation and inspiration in you. Because you know the full moon is really about releasing. So these energies, we understand that beauty seems to be fleeting. Beauty is kind of gone. It's starting to diminish completely, never to return. Again, that is, you know, you don't need validation for those feelings. They're true and your truth. But again, don't forget about where that energy is coming from. Where is the connection? Is it actually something you believe, or is it something deeper than that? Something else contributing? And then empowerment. That's important for this moon cycle. You know, banishing or releasing is a better word, or praying away energies that is not empowering you. That's important right now for this full moon going into the new moon, because when we go into the new moon, that's about attracting things. So this is kind of the energies that are just kind of blocking us from manifesting when we get to that new moon, if that makes sense. And the last card that's in reverse is sunlight after darkness. Again, this is just saying that a lot of you are waiting for an opportunity. You're waiting for, maybe like we've talked about, the moon phase. You're waiting for things to get better. You're waiting for circumstances to change. But Spirit doesn't want you to wait forever. Spirit wants you to give yourself the okay, pray about it, ask for messages about it. Allow these downloads and these opportunities to come to you, and trust yourself just as much as you would trust an expert. You know, and I feel the only thing that kind of, this word, and when in my research, my business research, that's been thrown around a lot, is expert, leader. Okay, and in my opinion, that's great. I do believe that some people stand out more than others, but when I sit down and I maybe overthink, but maybe you guys can tell me what you think about this, is when we look at this card in reverse, to me, I could go on with that card and twist it around, but I don't want to keep you guys too long, okay? This is supposed to be a quick video. That never happens anymore. But what I was trying to say is that leaders and experts, they take the time, they get to trust themselves, and they become confident enough to help other people. If you're feeling like you need someone else, you need a leader, you need a mentor, ask yourself why. Is it because you need the confirmation of knowledge you already know? Or is it because you won't give yourself that time to learn for yourself? But if there's someone else there giving you the knowledge without the research, is it because you want the accountability, or is it because you're scared? You want that you kind of are looking for that permission slip to make a change, to take an action. You know, are you really feeling that you have to wait in order to feel empowered, in order to feel like you can feel connected, but also disconnect and not feel guilty? You know, so there's a lot of energies that is kind of, there's a lot of digging in this energy. I feel it's almost like a little bit, and I hate to say it because I feel like I've been saying it over and over again for some of your guys' personal readings and the collective, but it's true. There's a little bit of shadow work in there, you know, and if you don't believe in that, that's fine, but it's more about getting to know yourself deeper, putting aside the BS or the conditions or whatever it might be. What's going on there? You know, these energies are trying to, and again, I'm seeing the full moon and the new moon, and there's just like this vast energy here. Like I see darkness, but I don't feel like it's negative or it's evil. I feel like it's a period of recovery and rediscovery. And that takes a lot of work, and it can be kind of frustrating. It can make us feel emotional. It can make us feel helpless because we're trying to hold on and anchor into things that are not as strong as we thought they were. And so we're kind of lost, if that makes sense. But if you guys know what I'm talking about with all this, let me know, because I feel like there's a point and maybe I'm not just getting it. But again, these are deeper energies that I feel like I need to talk with the angels about and my guides and Jesus and see what's going on, why I'm talking like this, why these energies came up, and why I'm getting these different clairvoyant messages and clairaudient messages in the way that I am. And hopefully they can clarify and they can make it a little bit more easier for me to express to you guys, so you guys are like, what? And I know sometimes I feel like I'm just pulling nonsense out, but it's so quick, and it's energies that it's hard to, it's almost like a translation, you know. It's like someone doing sign language for someone that's talking, and it's kind of in the middle there sometimes, you know, and I don't know how to get to that point where you both energies can be delivered correctly, if that makes sense to you guys. I don't know, like I said, I've been kind of, you might think I'm nuts, but my energy's been crying, and then hyper, and then lost, and then on feeling like, oh yes, this is meant to happen, and I got a plan, and then I just get and then the energy plummets. So if you guys are having issues like that, let me know. I don't know why Spirit's telling me a workbook. I don't do that kind of stuff, but maybe that's something I need to consider with these energies that I'm feeling recently. If you guys are interested in any of that, let me know, and I'll try to create time to, you know, promote that and sell that. And of course I'll give you guys freebies because you are my patrons. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you had a happy full moon. You have a good new moon, and I will come back on here for the new moon, and hopefully it won't be as painful to watch as this one. But I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much. And please let me know if you guys want some, you know, small bubble wrap mailers. Like I was gonna send a couple, like smaller, because this is too big and I don't want to like overwhelm you guys. But if you guys would like the smaller bubble wrappers, I can send that in the mail to you. Send like some money flood tea lights, some relaxing tea lights that I make. I can send you some herbs, sage, Palo Santo, some crystal chips, some bath soaks, Reiki sprays, just let me know. You know, you can pick out a couple of what you want, and I'll send them as a thank you for being a patron for so many months and just being an overall, really, you've been not only just a supporter and a patron, but you became almost like a sponsor. You know, you've really took the time and really invested in what I believe in, and we believe in it together, that there is hope. And I'm hoping that Raven of Hope is giving you that vibration, that there is hope out there and Spirit is listening. And, you know, we're in this as a collective, and even when we feel alone, our journey's very important, and we all have something to share, and we all can be leaders at any time. I can go on about that too, but I will talk to you guys later. Just let me know if you guys want some, you know, mailed goodies. It does not cost you anything. Just give me your home address that you would like me to send it to, and also it won't go to your house like that. It's not gonna fall through the desk. But just give me your address, and that like 2 or 3 things you guys want to try, I can, you know, send you samples, and then if you guys review them, that'd be great. But if you don't, that's okay too. I will talk to you guys in the next one, and thank you so much.